Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Doing good? Okay, here's the latest on Idalia and what you need to know. So we are expecting strong tropical storm gusts in our area within the next 36 hours as Idalia comes ashore and makes its way across the northern part of the state. There has been another westward shift, which is good news for us, and a reduction in wind speed, but we don't need to let our guards down because we're still going to have some strong winds, which is going to mean isolated tornadoes and still some possibilities of flooding. So please make your preparations now. If you are in a low-lying area, a coastal zone, or a manufactured home, we have still 6 of our original shelters open and now a 7th shelter that is also open. Chaffee Trail Elementary opened at 5 o'clock this afternoon to help folks in the Baldwin area who may feel the strongest impact of the storm. The other shelters are Chimney Lakes Elementary School, La Villa Middle School, Ocean Way Elementary, Landmark Middle School, Atlantic Coast High School, and the Legend Center. And we want to thank the folks at DCPS and other volunteers that are running those shelters. We've already had quite a few people take advantage of those shelters as of noon today. So we're very pleased that those are there for folks. Changing Homelessness and the Sulzbacher Center are also working to connect homeless individuals with shelters as well, so there are places for them to go. Additionally, JTA will be providing transportation for residents of Ken Knight Drive neighborhood to the Legend Center. And the Duval County Public Schools, as you know, will remain closed through Thursday. Any decisions after that are going to be based on how well we can traverse the roads and what the conditions are at that point. Jacksport closed at 5 p.m. today. As of 5 p.m., all lifeguards have left Duval County's beaches. So I'm going to say it again. I can't say it often enough. We have very bad rip currents out there. Please stay out of the water. There's not going to be anybody out there to save you, and you do not want to put another resident in danger. So stay out of that water. And we want you to pay close attention to see if there's any down power lines, because with the wind, there's going to be power lines that come down. There's going to be trees that come down. So be very, very careful about being out and about around those. Don't walk or drive in any sort of standing water where you can't tell what the depth is. All of this information will be continuously updated on jaxready.com and on the Jax Ready app. And now I'm going to turn it over to Council President Ron Salem.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. I just wanted to assure the citizens of Jacksonville that my 18 colleagues on the City Council are being updated continuously on the conditions that we will be facing. They will be out in the community as soon as the conditions warrant. They will contact the appropriate agencies to assist our citizens with any problems that may occur. So thank you very much, and I'm going to turn it over to Chief Burns from JSO.
Thank you, Council President Salem. Hey, good evening. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office stands ready and fully staffed for anything that comes our way. We'll continue to monitor the bridges and wind speeds and close them as necessary if it comes to that. We've also got 60 SR officers tonight on the street to handle anything that comes up with strike teams. We'll have close to 200 on the street tomorrow between the day shift and the night shift for extra supplemental manpower. But other than that, we're appreciative of all the work that our city team does here together and all the support that we each offer every day, especially when times like this come up with a storm. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over now to JFRD Chief Keith Powers.
So I'm going to change direction a little bit. I've already briefed y'all on where we're staging our folks, and we're ready to go. JFRD is ready to respond as necessary, but I'm going to personally ask for some help with something, and that's to keep our first responders safe. They put their lives on the line every day for this city and this community to keep us safe. And when the mayor mentioned earlier about staying out of water, avoiding power lines that are down, and just kind of hunkering down while the storm's going through, I'm just asking personally that that's what we do, because if our first responders have to go out and make rescues to people that have not heeded that warning, that puts their lives in danger as well. So I'm just asking the community to help us with that and keep our first responders safe, because they do a great job for us every day. And then I'll turn it over to our Director of Emergency Preparedness, Andre AU. Thank you, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. So please make your final preparations tonight. Have a safe location to stay for the duration of the storm. Evaluate your space and determine if you need to evacuate. As the mayor said, we have now 7 emergency shelters open. Don't wait until it's too late for the conditions are unsafe to travel. There's an increased threat of tornadoes in our area, So make sure you have a way to receive severe weather alerts. Charge your cell phones now so you can continue to receive critical updates. This is extremely important. If you remember anything I say tonight, please remember to listen to local officials and stay inside until the storm completely passes and you are given the all clear. So with that, I'd like to introduce Jay Stowe with JEA. Thank you.
Thank you. So the storm is weakening, it's moving, and it's still going to not be good. We expect to have widespread power outages, and we have 2,100 employees and now 500 additional people coming in from across the country to help restore power. We're also partnering with Baldwin and have sent a couple of generators to help them with their water and wastewater system. The same thing with Neptune Beach. And we're going to continue to work with the mayor and the administration, and the coordination leading up to this has been good. We're prepared and ready. And as Chief Powers said, the safety is going to be important. Pay attention to where you are. There will be widespread outages. We'll respond as quickly as we can. If you have generators, please use them safely and stay off the roads as there's down trees and down power lines to allow the folks that are going to be out there trying to fix this for us to be able to do that. So thank you. I think school system.
I'm here representing our superintendent, Dr. Krisnar. She's actually at shelters, helping out at those facilities, helping our school staff. Mainly, we just want to give big thanks to school principals, school leaders, school police, warehouse, maintenance, all the people that are pitching in to stand those shelters up today. They've done a miraculous job, and those shelters are ready to go. There's been a few questions about Friday night football. I want to assure everyone that there's been no decision made regarding Friday night football at this time. We're going to see what the storm does to our facilities. We're going to have conversations with our school leaders and athletic staff, and we're obviously going to take into account player health and player safety, and then be able to announce a decision about how we're going to move forward, most likely tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned for that. But as of right now, no decision made on high school football. Thank you. And it's my pleasure now to introduce.
Evening, everyone. We're prepared as the JTA to continue service tonight to our normal termination time around midnight. Tomorrow, all service will be suspended on all of our modes. And then we are preparing with additional JTA staff, operators, and maintenance personnel to support first responders, as well as the additional crews that have come from out of town supporting JEA. We'll help them with shuttling them from the hotels to staging areas so they can quickly support JEA in terms of restoration of power. In addition to that, the evacuation shuttles will continue to run until the end of service this evening. And so with that, we encourage people to use those shuttles and get into safe places. With that, I'll turn it over to Nina Stickler from our Public Works Department.
Thanks, Nat. Public Works has our right-of-way and stormwater management team. Crews working tonight from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., continuing to clean storm drains and ditches to prepare for the storm. And we have a second night detail scheduled to start at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening to take over after the storm is necessary. Regarding traffic engineering, our traffic signal lift trucks have been positioned on each side of the river. Once conditions are safe, they'll send their crews to repair traffic signals and signs as needed, prioritizing major roads. If any roads are underwater, they will be working to identify those locations and get barricades installed as necessary. We encourage anyone who finds any signal issues or road issues to contact 630 City. That way we can make sure we're tracking those and getting those taken care of as soon as possible. I've said it twice already, but just to reiterate, garbage, recycling, and yard waste will not be taken care of tomorrow, but it will be moved to Saturday, and we don't expect any other changes, road conditions permitting. And with that, I'll turn it over to Alex with the National Weather Service.
Good evening. I'll just start with an update, kind of tag on to what the mayor said. Hurricane Idalia is now a Category 2 storm and is poised to strengthen overnight up until landfall tomorrow morning around sunrise. The track has shifted further west. That doesn't put us out of the woods. You may see the new cone doesn't have Duval County in it in the air. It does not mean we are not going to feel impacts. As the mayor said, strong tropical storm force winds are still possible and will lead to impacts across the area. There's no changes from the surge outlook that we had, still up to 3 feet of surge is possible. So the vulnerable low-lying areas are the ones that are going to be most susceptible within the St. John's and Intracoastal. But we can maybe anticipate some further changes to the forecast that may be positive for us as well. The other main factor tonight to consider before the strong tropical storm force winds arrive tomorrow are tornadoes. With the banding that's going to be coming up tonight, it'll be possible we see isolated tornadoes, and that threat will continue through tomorrow as the bulk of the heavy weather arrives, which should be between the late morning and afternoon hours. And that's all I have.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
They had mentioned in Public Works, if there is a problem, contact 630 City.
Correct.
Is that open and,
That's 24 hours, right?
I mean,
Yep.
they're still there,
Absolutely.
no matter, I think that's the main thing for people.
Yep, yep.
At what point are we expecting the bridges to potentially close?
What's that?
The bridges, do we have an idea?
It will really depend on the winds.
Okay.
I believe the threshold is 40-mile-an-hour sustained gusts, I think for over a minute. But the sheriff said it earlier today that if that's something that we start to see higher gusts or something that might flip a car, he's gonna make a judgment call to close that bridge. So it's really gonna be, they're gonna have officers staffed, and if there's a problem there, those bridges will be closed as safety dictates.